What's good, everybody? I'm gonna make the John Prine video that I've been promising that I would make. I already made one, but I figured I would go ahead and make another. And I've thought about John Prine over the last few days since his death, and so many great songs that mean so much to so many different people for so many different reasons. Some of the songs that have always been closest to my heart are songs like Paradise and you know, Sam Stone is still so relevant to this day with the opioid crisis and the wars in the Middle East. They're just so insightful and beautiful and perfect. But Paradise very was it gave me insight into my relationship with my father. And I think it growing up, my father and I we were close, but we weren't like intellectually close, if that makes sense. Like I would see my dad after school a lot of days, and we'd hang out on Sundays together, and we would talk about music and art and stuff that I'm interested in, and he's also interested in. We would go to the Frisk um, Art Center and see exhibitions. It was wonderful, really. But we didn't really talk. We didn't really have a close. Uh, I mean, there was this understood love and acceptance of one another for our each other's flaws and everything. It was, and I think that that's just as healthy in a lot of ways. Even if you, I think some people talk too much, to be honest. But there's this, the chorus in Paradise goes, "Daddy, won't you take me back to Hewlenburg County, back down by the Green River where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away." And I remember feeling like when I was a kid, I always wanted to talk to my dad about deeper stuff, less superficial things than we would talk about. And I realized that when I realized that I waited so long to really look for a deeper relationship with my father that it was hard to find it. And you know, and that's not his fault. It's not my fault. It's it's a kind of society, the way that men are expected to act in our society. And I wish I would have asked for that from my father when I was a kid, because my dad was very responsive to my needs as a child. He was very supportive of my art, and he bought me guitars when I was a kid and art supplies, and he was always very supportive of me. And I think if I would have tried to reach out to him emotionally, he would have it would have been hard for him because he's not good at talking about stuff. But I think he would have made an effort to really um, meet my needs. But I'm a grown ass man now. It's kind of late. And while that's not really about John Prine, it's about a thought that was inspired by a song that John Prine, sings. And just so many great songs. Everything is Cool was like my rehab anthem. You know, if you haven't heard that song, listen to Everything is Cool by John Prine. It's one of the most beautiful songs. Um, Very simple song, but it's one of the most. It it just if you don't really understand what it's about, you might not get it at first, but if you've gone through that, you instantly know what he's talking about, and it's such a deep, powerful song. As are a lot of his songs. A lot of his songs are very deep and very powerful, and he's just a brilliant writer, and I'm gonna miss him. Uh, John Prine was a legend, man. And, you know, as much as I can harp on about John Prine, I don't want to do any injustice to his career and his legacy by you know by forcing my perception of his work onto his legacy. So, those are just very personal things that John Prine inspired in me. And, you know, I'm just heartbroken. I, I adored his music, and I still do. The best songwriter ever. Well, anyways, guys, I love you. I hope that everyone is doing well. If you've never heard of John Prine, you're missing out, man. Check him out. He's incredible. Peace.